All right, good morning, traders. See, AUD with some news. Okay. So I'm currently in GBR, looking for GBR to continuation move here. Had a big old green candle Monday, then a red candle pullback yesterday to that 20, and then today opened up right above the 20. So I'm looking for this to push up. Very, very low flow. Only a million volume so far. If big buying volume comes in, this thing could rip. This has been one we've been keeping an eye on. On the daily last rip episodes. We got ENTX. That's another possible play there. Looks like it's about to push some more. Yeah, boom. Look at that. Thing's ripping. RETO, that's another one that's ripping. Just bounced off the 20-day there. ALF selling off pretty hard. Ooh, GBR just dropped down. See if GBR can hold. Let me look at the 5 minute. Yeah, 20 just crossed these two MAs on the 5 minute, but I don't like that's cracking below the 200. Give it a couple minutes here. So ENTX hitting 843. It's got room up to 10, up to that high a year, but this is a pretty big gap up. See if GBR gets back above this 1 minute. Had a little doji right there after this little sell off. Should get back above that 20-day. SPY looking. SPY's going sideways at the moment. Keep an eye on this WWR. Had a nice pop yesterday. Starting to kind of build up here. Revving up the engine. Like it may want to start moving. BLPH was a pretty explosive move getting halted. That's another possible mover. the AUD. I'm still holding this in my Charles Schwab account because that really good PR there. It's actually looking pretty decent. Like it may want to move. Above all indicators at the moment on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Let's see, how did GBR run the other day when it ran big? Okay, so when GBR ran big the other day, it didn't start running until 9:15, and then it just ran all day. So we'll see if that buying volume can start coming in and pushing it back up. Oh, look there, WWR breaking over those EMAs right now. Possible crossover about to happen. GBR is starting to crack a little bit here. Oops. ENTX still pushing up. It's a pretty strong run on this. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? V2 is still moving, has basically testing this 167 area. After that, it's got room to 2. SEAC is not doing anything. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything either, just going sideways. PLPH back down. May take a shot on RETO here. Very bullish. And GBR is starting to get some selling pressure. Just needs to see some decent buying come back in like we had here. Just kind of slowly selling off. And Alf still selling off too. Kind of liking the way WR is looking. Yeah, this thing's still running. Ritu's had the crossover there on the 1 minute. I'm going to go on WWR. It's starting to make a crossover here. There we go. I'm in at 528, but right here on the 1 minute, we just crossed over the 50 and the 100 day with the 20 day. And there we go, starting to pop. If it crosses the 200 day with the 20, then it could really get going. Not a ton of volume in it yet, but consistent volume so far, mainly buying. So we'll see if this starts breaking out. Let's see, where we got resistance at. 540 to 550 is going to be some pretty strong resistance. But it held its gains all the way through after hours and pre-market from yesterday, so it's very bullish. Oh, and look, even on the 100 day, or even on the daily chart, 20's crossed over the 200 and very close to crossing over the 100. This is very close to making a move if buying volume comes in. Okay, GBR trying to hold that 100 day on the 5 minute. The 20 days so close to crossing the 200 here. Any spike up like up to 435, 440, it's going to be a crossover there. Let's see what we look like on the 5 minute. Ooh, close to crossing overall EMAs on the 5 minute. Yeah, WWR very, very close to ripping. And there's starting to come some buying in there. Nice little position size at 528, 8,500 shares. And the 20 has crossed over the 200 on the 1 minute chart. We are about to go full on bullish. Getting ready to cross right here on the 5 minute chart. Big buyer just coming in at 533. 21, let's see. 21,000 shares at 533. Yeah, there we go. Starting to cross right here. Very close to crossing on the daily chart. Oh boy. Gonna get some frisk here. Break of 550, and this is gonna be probably off. Off to the races. There's some resistance at 575, so I may have to have that as my profit target, but that's if I can get through 540 and 550 first, but it's just now starting to go bull. Look at that. Look at that cross starting to happen there. GBR still trying to hold up there. I'm going to put a little stop loss in here on GBR. 601. I'll just put it below that 50-day there. WAWR up to 540. Big buyer in at 540. 540 is some resistance. We gotta break over 540. Right across there at 540. You can see is all these candles. That touched that. But looking good. Very, very close to possibly having a big rip on this. If they can get through 540. So I'm getting smoked on my Vino swing. Looking for it to hold the 20-day. If it can't hold the 20-day, I'm going to have to get out of it. Just started crossing on the 5-minute. And GBR may come down. GBR is really sold off. It's looking good right there at market open, and then just dumping so far. MTX coming back down. ALF. Look at there. RETO still moving all the way up to $1.70. Could see a possible bounce off of $3 here on IDX. Oh yeah, just got stopped out on GBR. Yeah, lost a little 17 there. That was a little deeper loss. Yeah, that thing could just not keep up. Looks like we're just having a little consolidation here on WWR. Good morning, Brian. Did you get my email? But I haven't checked my emails this morning, so if you haven't sent me that, if you sent me that wallet address yet, I'll send that Bitcoin here in a little bit. If you guys didn't catch the giveaways last night, Brian won the $50 Bitcoin giveaway on the crypto channel. Okay, cool. I may have to come back down to the 20 on WWR. The only other place we need to see it break over is break right here. 20 needs to get over that 100 day on the daily chart. This needs to stay above the 20 day. Doesn't need to get below it. Oh, let's see. We haven't crossed yet. We got close, super close to crossing on the 5 minute, but that's a little concerning. It's not crossing yet. Need to see some buying push us back up here very, very soon. Looks like the SPY is still pushing up. At the moment, at least. Let's see here. How did oh yeah, that's right, it came out with that news midday and then ripped. Just in a little bit of a waiting game here. RTO may bounce off of the 725 area. Well, I kind of already started, but could see that possibly start to happen more. RA2 still pulling back. Same thing. At the moment, I'm not really seeing much else going on. Let me scan through here and see. ORPH starting to get a little frisky today. MLXC, another possible mover. BTX, like a new IPO making a very big U shape. I'm gonna put that on the watch list for later. But yeah, nothing too crazy right now as far as big rippers go. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me just a second. All right, we're making a nice little triangle on WR, a little consolidation triangle there. Very nice looking. Starting to push up out of that triangle a bit. And we did just cross the 50. Pulling back down, so I gotta adjust this trend lines more like this. Yeah, there we go. That's the little triangle there. RETO coming back down to the 20-day. 150 is going to be pretty strong right across there. Pretty strong support. What do you mean? What's up with One Life? What did One Life do now? He's a bad boy all the time. If you're asking like where he's been, him and Daniel B have been on H&H Traders or HH Traders live streams. Yeah, he's been in here this week, but this morning early or in the morning early, it seems like him and Daniel B are going over to Hal's channel and his live streams, talking crazy to him instead of me. Pawned him off on HH Trader. Daniel B hasn't been back since my mic drops I left on him that one day. Couldn't take the heat. Tried to come in my kitchen and cook. Don't know how to use the stove correctly. Martha Stewarted his ass. Or what's the one crazy guy who's always yelling at everybody about their kitchen? The guy from Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, that was a while ago. You see, he hadn't been back since. A little chihuahua put his tail between his legs and took off out of here. Gordon Ramsay, that's the guy in Hell's Kitchen or whatever. Gordon Ramsayed his ass. Let's see. Maybe. Looks like we may have a little pullback here on WWR. I think AMC is something that should be thrown in the garbage. I've said it before, and it's the same thing. I haven't changed my opinion on it. I mean, you can possibly get some day trades on it, but as far as holding it, expecting it to go to the moon because of all the social media hype, sticking it to Wall Street and the man. Well, Wall Street bets and Reddit traders don't have enough money to stick it to the man. So it's institutional hedge funds that are playing the game with the retail traders on AMC, and when they decide that the game is over, that's it for AMC. Like, I wish them the best of luck. Like, I hope they do stick it to Wall Street, but realistically, they don't have enough money, because it's not just Wall Street they're against. Whose money do you think is in Wall Street? All the politicians' money is in Wall Street. So they're trying to stick it to the Wall Street guys, but the government can just change the rules at any time, and that's why you hear Janet Yellen and these other politicians going, "We might need more regulations." Blah. So in the long run, it's a losing war. Like, they may win some battles on AMC, but it's a losing war, and I'm not gonna fight a losing war. The ORPH keep running. Yeah, it's still running. I'm already fighting my own losing wars enough as it is. But like I said, I wish them the best. If for some reason they can pull it off, which, like I said, is very highly unlikely, then good on them. Because I love seeing anybody stick it to the government, but they just, like I said, they just don't have enough money. And besides that, I've looked in those Wall Street bets groups and all of that, and there's no coordination at all. Like no coordination. Like, I go in there, and you got half the people like, "Oh, we're still holding AMC. Why are we giving up on it?" And other people like, "We aren't giving up on it. Keep buying and holding." And some of them are like, "No, I'm selling and going to cryptos." And it's just like, if you're going to do this type of thing against Wall Street and the government, you got to be coordinated. And half the time they're fighting with themselves. That's some toxic communities there. But I will say, I'll give them props. They did expose some of the corruptness to more of the mainstream, which is good, except for the government controls mainstream media. So that's why when you only hear about Reddit and all that on mainstream media when they want you to, because like I said, they're playing games. The whole thing with the GameStop, there was some hedge funds that lost money, but there was hedge funds behind Wall Street bets, and they didn't even know it. And some of those hedge funds made billions, and that's the games on Wall Street. These hedge funds play back and forth with each other. They just have somebody in the middle. Now they have retail traders to manipulate. WR looks like may crack out of this triangle. Let's see. To the downside. Just getting light on volume. We had that nice buy in there, so we need to see some more buying come in if this is going to push up anymore. It's still not quite across that 100-day yet with the 20. That's very close. But the price has got to push up to drag that EMA over it. I trade on a cash account. I'm not subject to the PDT rule. PDT rule is only pertinent to margin accounts. If you're on a cash account, you can trade as many trades as you want a week, but for any money that you use, it does take 24 to 48 hours to settle before you can use it again. So any money I use today, I will not be able to use tomorrow, but I will be able to use it Friday. So I just kind of split my account up and only trade half my account Monday, half my account Tuesday, and continue that. And that way I can trade every day, and I don't have to deal with the stupid PDT rule. Although in 2021, taking 24 to 48 hours for your funds to settle is really ridiculous. And that's why cryptos are going to win out in the end. Because if it takes 24 to 48 hours for your funds to settle, and it only takes 5 minutes for your cryptos to settle, well, that right there is beating out the current systems. I know a lot of people's freaking out about cryptos because they dropped pretty hard, but the prices they're at now, they're getting real enticing. Well, they've rebounded some. Bitcoin's back up to 35, but see, ENTX is trying to hold this 20-day. RETO is pretty much done for now. Cracked down. ALF continuing to sell off. IDX is slowly creeping. BLPH, that's pretty much done. GBR just continuing to drop. Man, that was looking so good and just couldn't stop. I'm getting slaughtered on my VINO swing right now, but we will see. See how it goes out. So yeah, looks like we're pulling back to the 20-day here on WWR. Yeah, ORPH, big run. Only problem with ORPH is running into ceilings on top of ceilings. There's a bunch of ceilings here. So it could run up to about 850 if it's going to continue to run. But we're going to need to see very consistent buying volume like these buying volume bars to push it through all of this. That's a lot to push through. Now, I did do it before on this candle where it ran all the way up to 77. So it is possible for it to break through all that. Oh, SPY getting rejected at 424. Home sales are down. Yeah, home sales are under the estimates. Market services are down. Deposits down. Manufacturing PI. Well, manufacturing PMI is actually fairly better. That's something. Oh, and look here. Atlanta Fed's Bostic. This guy's real about it. We got one Fed guy who's not lying. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, there it goes. It says, phase of high inflation will be longer than we expected initially. Perhaps 6 to 9 months instead of 2 to 3. Which, because they can't make people panic, if they're saying it's going to be 6 to 9 months, I'm going to assume it's going to be 2. It's what was I saying now? I just looked at Alex's question there. It's gonna be. Oh, the inflation's gonna be worse. Whatever they say, it's gonna be worse than what they're saying because they can't tell the truth. Even though that guy was closest to the truth, he's still. Still hiding it a little bit. No, I did not trade Alf. It was a nice move yesterday. I traded a couple of trades. One I'm still holding. AUUD. This is an AI company that had super good PR. Major technological advancement in AI. And it didn't do much yesterday. It started popping up some and then just came right back down. And so far today it's just slowly building. But it's alright right there. I'll take it. I'll take the slow build. The only thing I'm getting killed on is Vino right now, my swing trade, testing that 20. And that support right there. As long as it holds the 20, I don't care. Alright, so we're holding a 20 on WWR. We ought to be getting close to another test of that 540. Because there's going to be the top of this candle at this 527, 525 area is going to be pretty strong support. And you've got all these EMAs right here. 3 of them smushed together at the moment. No, I don't. I mostly day trade. I've just been swinging a little bit this week because, for one, VINO I think has some pretty big potential to rip again. We're just kind of consolidating. We had all this selling going on, but we're getting a lot of selling out. And as long as buyers continue to just hold it above the 20 and keep it bullish, as soon as all the selling is done, buyers will probably come back in and shoot this thing up again. It's very low float, but I also really like that company because they're an Argentinian wine company. Well, wine is one of their facets, but Argentina is starting to get a lot of recognition in the wine world for their wine. Something about the way the grapes grow down there. My wife works at a major corporate alcohol store and knows quite a bit about wine and where they come from and all of that. So she said that she told me that about the Argentina stuff, and she looked at Vino and was like, yeah, that's a interesting company for sure. There's One Life. ORPH looking like a knob gobbler. Yeah, it looks like it made. I don't know. It's trying to break, but like I said, it got all four EMAs right above it. A lot of resistance there. It could break though. But I'm gonna get back to doing some more scalping and day trading. I've also been transitioning money around to accounts, so I need to pull the money out of this Thinkorswim account, but I end up using it, so it's taking me a little bit longer. WWR starting to curl over. Okay, ORPH starting to hit these EMAs now. It's actually looking pretty strong. Good momentum. That momentum could keep up. We could see it over those EMAs possibly. BLPH starting to get a little bit of a bounce off of this 20. This is one to keep an eye on. I had a quick pop this morning, halted and gapped up, but still trying to hold this 20-day and starting to build up for another possible breakout here. See what kind of What kind of calls are you calling right now? CCIV looks like nipples. Oh, CCIV actually looks pretty decent. It's above the 20 day. Got room up to 2782. Could be a decent play. WWR is starting to crack down on me. This does not start coming back up in a minute. I'm going to have to get out here. Good morning, Angel. Yeah, ENTX bouncing off that 20, moving up to 745. Gonna test that 750 area. BLPH still slowly climbing. ORPH still getting held up with those EMAs. Oops. Yeah, I mean, if you're not already in OPRH, I don't know if I'd be trying to get in there this high. Especially with all these EMAs there. I mean, it's just running directly into them. Like I said, it'll take some strong buying volume, which it does have at the moment. This last candle is at 5 million, but it is starting to get rejected a little bit there at those EMAs. There we go. WWR getting bought and pushed back up. How do you cut mustard? I didn't even know you could cut mustard. I mean, I guess you could. You just pour it out and just cut it with a knife. Just slice through it, I guess. Yeah, see this rejection candle? Almost a doji star there. Big indecision candle, and that indecision candle is right there at those EMAs. So more than likely this is going to pull back probably to that $7.50 or even $7 area. The SPY possibly making a head and shoulders pattern. Unless it just starts dumping. WWR is trying to hold. See, AUUG starting to come up a little bit. Very little volume. Very little volume. It's a cool little wizard. It's a wizard emoji. Well, maybe ORPH is going to try to break. It did not continue to sell off. Buyers started coming back in. Now you got an engulfing candle here. It may start to go nuts. You do got 2.5 minutes on this candle to close though, so that's what you kind of want to wait and see is a strong close. Yeah, ORPH trying to push through the 50-day now. Look at that. This thing just going straight up today. If it does get through these three indicators, the 200 days at 977, so there's still plenty of room for it to get going, but it's so high up right now. Like there's no reason I want to take a position up this high, because it's going to be pretty risky until it can break through these EMAs and then fall back down to them as support. WWR is looking like paint drying. AMC's running today. Let's take a look at AMC, see what we got on this thing. I wouldn't say it's running. It's consolidating sideways. It looks like it is going to try to push over 60 again. Nice big triangle on the daily, big wedge. Well, if I got enough to go 10 shares on AMC. No, I don't have enough. It'd be 600. It ain't going to no 500 bucks. This is definitely not doing that. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect Reddit traders and all that to jump in. Like AMC was damn near bankrupt and about to be dead. They're about to no longer be a company. So to me, buying them that low was super risky. The explosion in the mouth move, yeah. You've got you. I see that you have upped your day trading literations there. One live so far we've heard. Cutting the mustard. ORPH looks like a knob gobbler. CCIV looking like some nipples. And now AMC waiting for the explosion in the mouth. Your technical terms have gotten a lot better. I like your new style of trading terms. Yeah. It's a little boring. Is that what I need to do for you guys? Start making up my own crazy terms? What, is that what I need to say? Make up my own crazy strategies and terms? See, that's why we got the Alabama Trader. We might have to call Alabama Trader up, have him come back to the channel, do some live trading or something, man. That might be interesting. Hear his trading terms, because I know he's got the bobcat jumping over the picket fence strategy, but other than that, I don't know what else he's got. WR, you gotta hold up. Starting to crack a little bit, drop down to that 515. WWR is giving me the old corkscrew in the tuna fish move here. So where'd AMC go? There you go. One life with some more crazy talk. AMC's got this unicorn horn here going on the daily. I'm tempted to buy one share of this for this possible breakout. I'm gonna do it if I got enough money in the account. No, I don't have enough money in the account right now to buy me one share. What will I sell that on? What, on WWR? I'm getting ready to get out of it here in a minute if it drops any lower. And the reason being is because it was bullish and held up the 20-day all day yesterday in the after hours to the close of after hours. Then dropped below the 20 and rode the 50. And then the market open did crack the 50 down to the 100, but got back above both EMAs. And was looking like it was going to start moving. And here in the last little bit, the last 45 minutes, it's just really started turning around on me here. They even got a nice little crossover there on the short time frames, and it did pop. It just wasn't a very big pop. It was a small pop. ORPH still pushing through these EMAs, struggling to get through them all, but pushing. Next is going to be 9.75 at the 200, and then $10 is always strong resistance. So at this point, there's a lot of strong resistance. Looks like $9 is going to hold up as resistance as well. A 12-ounce pop, not a 64-ounce. No, it wasn't even a 12 ounce. It was like one of those little mini bottles, like an 8-ounce pop. That's a good that's actually a good play on words there, One Life. Although Southern people won't get it because we don't call it pop. Man, I'm about to have to get out here. This thing's cracking down. Give it a chance to hold 515, but it's just cracking down right now. Not looking good at all. So you do have some buyers around that 515 area trying to keep in there. Oh, dropped down to that 200 at 515, just got taken out. I think we'll see it pull back above it though. Yeah, it's starting to. Well, maybe not. Spy's starting to crack down right now. Spy looks like it may start turning red. We got a little mixed market going on there. Oh, let's see. Spy cracks 423. I better get back to WWR. I might have to get out of this. If the market starts cracking down, I'll probably pull everything down with it. This may end up being a consolidation day after the big rip yesterday on WWR. And then tomorrow we might be able to see a rip. Yeah, ORPH getting held up at getting held up at these two EMAs right there that were together. That's what I was saying. This is going to be a lot of resistance. That many EMAs smashed together on the daily. It's a lot of ceilings. A lot of ceilings. VXX starting to push up. The inverse ETF So this is trying to hold, well, I was about to say it's trying to hold 510. draw a support line right across the bottom of that candle, you can see where 510 was support, but the 200 was there. Loop trying to make a new high. I'm not going to quite dump it yet. I'm gonna give it a chance. Like I said, if 510 can hold up, that'd be fine. There's kind of like a downtrend a little bit. Maybe it's better clearer on the 15 minute. Yeah, a little bit. But bouncing off that 510 area so far. Alf trying to rebound a little bit. SPY's just barely holding on. SPY's got an old snickerdoodle poodle pattern going on here. Any new traders who've joined the chat today are probably sitting back like, what the hell is he talking about? Snickerdoodle poodles and nipples and all that stuff. Me and One Life talking crazy. And we should get at least a rebound back up to that 20-day. But we'll need to see it break the 20-day if it's going to continue to run. But this is what I don't want to do. I don't want to start getting in plays or be getting in plays and be sitting here waiting this long on these plays. See, ORPH coming back up to the 20 to test on the 5 minute or 1 minute. I didn't realize on the 1 minute. Let me go back to 5. And it's a ways off at 20 though. It's probably going to pull back to the 20. Like I said a minute ago when it was looking like this. Live trading with Webull. The only problem I have with Webull is Webull is not free level 2. And I'm not going to pay for level 2 when I've got free level 2 here. But I'm also switching to Charles Schwab. I do have a Webull account. I could essentially day trade on it if I wanted to. But I know they've been doing a lot of updates, so I'll have to check it out, check out the new desktop because I've heard it change. Because I did a Webull tutorial, and then the day after I did the Webull tutorial, they did something and updated it and ruined my whole Webull tutorial, and I've had people complaining about it. So I need to do a new Webull tutorial anyway. Because I do like Webull for swings and long-term investing because of the phone app is so good and so clean. But I don't know what the new desktop looks like, so I have to check it out. All I got in my Webull account right now is half an Ethereum and some cash. There's some cash in there. But I liquidated all my stocks, my long-term positions, because I'm super bearish on the market. I really think this is probably the high, and that's going to be the high, and then we're still going to sell off. It depends on what happens today, but the SPY is already not looking great as it is. And if it cracks back below this 20, it could easily come back down to the 50-day. But I could actually cheat a little bit. I could pop my level 2 out on Charles Schwab here. All I gotta do is just drag it over. I could pop it out and put it on my and have it up for a Webull and get around their trickery. Got my own trickery too. Aha. Now I just gotta remember how to put it back in the. Is that it? No. That's not it. No, that's not it. How do I put it back? There we go. No, man, I don't want you in there. Damn it, now I gotta bring that back out again. Hopefully it's hopefully it's customized to my liking. So it looks somewhat customized. I'll be one of the few doing something different, day trading with Webull. Like I said, I'll take a look at it. I'll look what the new desktop platform looks like and see. But I really like the Street Smart Edge platform. This one scanner alone. If Webull doesn't have a way to make this scanner with these daily high counts, I can see everything that's moving in my price range. Because these daily high counts, it's very nice. Workhorse getting to pop it open. Boy, Workhorse is cheap right now. $15. It was really cheap, down to $7. That's a no-brainer buy right there. $7 on Workhorse. I never realized it was down to $7. Looking for I'm very confused, Josh. I don't know how to say your name. Joshi? Joshi? I'm confused because you were leaving me the comments saying that I was needed to add more humor and that that I'm not funny and that I talk too low. I am who you were talking about 2 days ago in your comments, so I'm very confused. Can you hear me today? Are you happy with the volume? Because I've like made a different setup for my live stream so you guys hopefully can hear me better because I didn't realize that it was that low. This does not look great on WWR here. Oh. Got this big consolidation pattern on WWR. That's what it is. But in any case, I appreciate everybody's feedback. I do appreciate everybody's feedback. I'm trying to, you guys, this like I've said multiple times, this community and all that is not about me. So any feedback or criticisms are not going to hurt my feelings. I have pretty tough skin, like I got skin like Joe Biden's heel. So that's really gross. It's kind of cringy gross. But I do appreciate all the criticism. You guys don't, other than Daniel B's criticism. But don't be hesitant to throw out ideas and stuff. I will listen. And it is appreciated. Let me go with 5 minute on ORPH. Still holding up, but still in a downtrend. Until that downtrend breaks, this is going to continue to sell off. WWR just went quiet on me. Oh, that's not a good looking pattern. I don't like that. If this candle starts turning down, then it's going to drop, because this is this is actually a pretty decent lesson. This is something I've really not talked about in any of the lessons, but there's this little pattern that you see a lot, and it's either at support or at resistance. And right here it's at support, and it's almost a doji star, but not quite. It's just an indecision candle where the stock doesn't move really one way or the other. So there's a lot of indecision at this support right here right now to see if buyers are going to try to hold it up. So when you see an indecision candle like this, the next candle needs to go the opposite way of the indecision. Well, not the opposite way of the indecision, but like this indecision candle is at this support level. So you want to see buying come in and the next candle turn green and push above this indecision candle. If it doesn't, the candle doesn't come up and start turning green and it turns red like this, and it continues to drop and drops below that indecision candle, then it's going to sell off. And that is the same exact thing that is on ORPH right here. A little indecision candle. You got a big wick there getting smushed down. that indecision candle is right at resistance. And so instead of this candle pushing up and over it, it dropped below it, and as soon as it cracked there, it's led to a bigger sell-off. So these one little indecision candles can give you an idea. Well, the indecision candle with the following candle can give you a very good idea of the direction of the stock. Same thing happened here on ORPH. Indecision candle, and then this one dropped below. It did drop below for a second, but then pushed back above it, and this turned into an engulfing candle. So that's what you want to see, the engulfing candle, which an engulfing candle is basically like, think of it as Pac-Man. The engulfing candle is the big green one trying to eat the little one. You want to see the body of the engulfing, which has to be lower than the body of the indecision red candle. And then when it pushes above that price of the top of the body, like it did here, well, now this big body is basically like a Pac-Man trying to eat this little candle. And that's what an engulfing candle is. So you get indecision with the engulfing, that's going to lead to a move up. You get indecision with a downward engulfing. I forget what the damn name of it is, but it's like a reverse engulfing candle, because you see this red candle opened up right there at the body and then pushed down, and as soon as it dropped below right there, it continued to drop. So it's engulfing this right here. It's like a bad Pac-Man eating this indecision candle, and then you have that sell off, and you can see ORPH is continuing to sell off. Let's see, you got a lot of things. Okay. Well, in fairness, okay, not really to defend myself with my mumbling. I am from the South, and it does take extra effort for me to talk clear and concise. So if I'm really tired or anything like that, then I turn into a mumble rapper. So you guys, I try to do conciseness, but sometimes it doesn't happen that well. My brain, I'm very busy. So I do appreciate that feedback, though. No, I don't. I wouldn't say Workhorse is the new Sicilian. I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense. See right there, but my brain just glitched. Workhorse is, I wouldn't say is the new AMC or Wish. Workhorse is an EV stock. EV's been hot. Last year we saw a big run up in EV stocks. So yes, the Reddit traders and all that could get on the Workhorse train and start pumping it. More than likely they're not going to, because I don't think there's that many shorters in it trying to short squeeze or short down Workhorse at this point. But Workhorse definitely has a lot of potential. Any of the EV plays, they all run together normally, so we could see that. We could see it definitely get some move. Let's see. You're down $4, you're in trouble on ORPH. I just was sitting there going over the indecision candles and engulfing candles. I was there and told you why it was going down one life. You know this stuff. What's wrong with you? You better be out of it. Okay, so Wish may be, yeah, that's the thing. That's what I couldn't remember. One Life is right. WKHS needs to produce some trucks. That's the only problem. One Life was in WHKS, WKHS, whatever. He was in it last year early before anybody was. He was all over it. But they're not putting out any trucks. Wish. I've been keeping an eye on Wish, but it's just not something that I really want to trade. I don't know. I mean, I made to make a day trade on it or something. But as far as where'd it go? Right there it is. I mean, it's been running. Ooh, Thinkorswim's getting a little glitchy. But I mean, in Wish, the Wish.com or whatever. No, Context Logic. Okay, so this was not what I thought it was. So I'll look into Wish a little bit more. I thought this was Wish.com. I don't know why. Unless it is Wish.com and that's the name of their company. I don't know. I'll look into it. Because I didn't realize that it was not Wish.com. Let's see here. Elvis, you're looking good on your option plays. Nice job. Both of them silver companies. You know, silver in the long run is going to do its thing. The dollar index is probably dropped today, I would imagine. The best time frames to trade, it depends on what you're trading. If you're day trading, I tend to use I use the 1 minute for the first 30 minutes of the market. Because the first 30 minutes of the market, you just look like there's not really enough to use like a 15 minute or anything. But I will look at the 5 minute too. Like basically for my day trade, I look at the 1 and the 5 minute, and then I'll look at the 15 for more longer term price action. Because I can see back, like right here on WWR, I can see this is in a big consolidation triangle right now on the 15 minute. If I was just looking at the 1 minute, I would not be able to tell this was a triangle at all. I wouldn't know that we were close to the tip of the triangle. If you're swing trading, I like the 4-hour chart. Because you can get some real clarity and moves. See, you can really see on the 4-hour this triangle really well. There's that bottom support right there. But the 4 hours is really good for swinging, in my opinion. And then, of course, you always want to have a daily chart. Now, you want to have a daily chart because your daily chart is going to show you all your past chart support and resistance. If we wasn't using a daily chart, then we would not know that this area right here at 675 would be strong resistance. But you can see multiple times where candles hit at and got rejected. So that is strong resistance. Right here, same thing, right across 9 or 9:15ish. You can see that candle hit there, gapped up, bounced off of it before it finally cracked back through it. This candle hit there. This candle hit, actually there's 2 little green candles in there that hit the resistance. So you got to have no matter whether you're swing trading, day trading, or long-term trading, daily chart is a must. And this is a 1 year where each candle is a day. And for like long-term investing, I'll look at the 1 year, 1 day, but I also look at like a max week chart to look back like 10, 15 years. To see, how if it's a company that's been in business for a long time, to kind of see what their past history looks like. Now, a lot of these penny stocks are going to look stupid like this chart.
This stock was not $89,000. I can tell you that right now. This was a bunch of stock splits and reverse stock splits that screwed that up. But when you're looking at stronger investments, say like what's a good one? Right off the top of my head, let me think. Well, let's just use the. No, I'm not using Apple. I hate Apple. Screw Apple. Let's let's use the brain. Let's just use let's use Ford. Ford would be a good one. Ford's been around a long time. So we can look back at Ford on this max chart all the way back to 1985. And that can give us an idea. Has Ford been going up since it came out? And it has. It's had a little bit of sideways consolidation here recently, and it dropped to some new lows. But that can give you that can also show you. You see, Ford was giving out dividends back here, and then they stopped when they started dropping. So you're able to see your dividends, because a lot of my long-term investments, if I'm going to buy a long-term investment stock, I usually like them to have dividends, and I want to make sure that the company has paid dividends consistently for a long time, and Ford has not. Ford has had very sketchy dividends. Now if you look at something like, oh, this is a real estate investment trust, look at the bottom of this screen. Look at these dividends since 2007. You can't even see the damn dividends because there's so many of them, because they pay a monthly dividend. But they've paid a consistent monthly dividend for 14 years. So more than likely that's not going to change. And this actually is a really good REIT. I'd like to see the housing market and stock market crash so I can get in this REIT again. If this ever comes back down to 20 or 30 because of a crash, I'm going to buy the hell out of it, because it's a monthly dividend of about a quarter. So that's a pretty nice monthly dividend. Okay, let's see what else we got here. God, One Life, what a crazy metaphor. That's true though. Well, actually, I don't know. I've never smoked crack, so I don't know if that's true or not. I've known some crackheads, and I did not know them to smoke once in a while. They usually smoked every chance they got. So, but that is a very interesting metaphor. That's a good one. It's very very interesting. Jamie, your mobile meth lab blew up. Need to start day trading again. Where should you put your money? Well, if you're day trading, you gotta you gotta figure out where to put your money. Every day is every day is a different day in the day trading world. Now let me get off this 1 minute. Let me fix my charting. My charting's all crazy right now. I feel like Jack Black drunk in a club in the middle of the Sahara Desert at like a rave. Just everything spinning around me in crazy colors. Just think about that for a minute. Jack Black on ecstasy at a rave. ORPH just broke this downtrend. This may start making a move again. Bounced off of that 20-day. Very nice bounce. That could have been a decent entry. Breaking back above 8. Could start moving again very soon. But it is going to run into those EMAs again. So ENTX. ENTX is still holding the 20-day on the 5-minute. Looks like it may come down to the 50 soon. Oh, listen. Speaking of naked charts, I'm glad you brought that up. Today, I said that I was going to put it out Monday, but I didn't realize that HH Trader was putting out one of his videos, and then John had a couple of videos, and then I had my normal daily videos. So we put there was like 4 videos I think that come out on Monday, so I didn't want to release that one on Monday. And then yesterday there was some more videos that were put up and stuff. So I'm going to release the video today, the first episode of the naked charts and indicators debate discussion that John, H&H Trader, and I had. It was a very, very interesting conversation. A lot of good information. But the first episode will be out today. It's worth a watch. There's some comedy in there. Just think about those characters. John Zadar, who is an absolute nut. You know, a real true character. Hal Hart, H&H Trader, he's a character. And then you got plain old boring me. So of course, I didn't add too much comedy or value in there. I don't have those type of skills, so you know. But that will be out today, and that will might answer some questions about naked charts versus indicators. And I hope Daniel B sees it, because I know what's going to happen if he watches it. It is going. He will probably walk out of his house without saying anything to his wife, go to the next door neighbor, pick up their chihuahua, and just punt that chihuahua as far as he can. That's a thing Daniel B would probably do. But yeah, I'll have that out after the stream here. WWR doesn't look like it's doing a damn thing right now. It's just holding above that 200, but volume's really gotten light. So I guess I'm stuck holding this for a little bit today. Unless it cracks under there, starts cracking back under the 200. $513 and drop to $508. Ugh. Keep an eye on VIRI. Keep an eye on this over the next couple of days. This has, and maybe even the day, this has a pretty decent continuation pattern. You can see we got that nice original rip. We got a little indecision candle there, about midways down. And then today we're getting, yeah, let's see, I think that's nope, that's not quite an engulfing, because the bottom of the body is not where the bottom of the red candle's body is, but it's close enough. And if it can break that 675 area, which it's at actually right now, this could pop today. Because right there is where it needs to break over. And it's slowly, there's not any volume on it hardly. But we have seen some plays where buying volume has came out of nowhere. Look at there. And actually, it just, the ask is actually at 675 at the moment. So that's definitely one to keep on watch for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Because once it breaks that 100-day, well, it's got to test 7 as well. But break at 675, it could come up test 7. If it breaks 7, then it could really get going. The 200's all the way up at 9. Wish getting rejected at the 100-day moving average. Alf trying to slowly make its way back up. We're starting to curl over a little bit here on WWR. Just got this straight downtrend. And big indecision candle on the daily at the moment. Just going to put a stop loss in like right there for now. Alright guys, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I'm a big fish. I'm going to think about that comment. And when I return, we're going to discuss that further about me being a big fish. I feel like you're calling me a fat whale or something. You weight shaming? Huh? You weight shaming me? I'm just kidding. Be right back, guys.
All right. Interesting. I don't know if that's a fishing book about, or a book about actually fishing. Um, but I've never read a book about fishing. When I was a kid, I watched Bill Dance. How many of you guys know who Bill Dance is? I don't even think he's alive anymore. Sometimes I wonder, like, I really wish I could see. Nope, don't know who Bill Dance is? Okay. Or you saying, nope, it's not a fishing book. Babe Winkleman? I don't know that one. Up WWR breaking the downtrend. WWR might start getting going again here. AUD, that AI stock, still slowly climbing. Very little volume, only 500,000 in volume, and that's why I held this from yesterday, because this PR, like, this is insanity that this stock didn't do hardly anything. Like, major technology advancements in artificial intelligence is crazy. Yeah, it was ORP. Yeah, look at that. ORPH continuing to sell off. And look, here's that exact same pattern again. Indecision candle right there. Engulfing bearish candle. I think that's what it's called. An engulfing. Doesn't matter what it's called. It's a damn candle that is going to have a fatter body than the one that's an indecision candle. Just keep it simple if you got to. It doesn't matter what the technical term is. Just some guy gave it that name, and that's the name that stuck with it. So if you want to call this the old, you want to call this the old Dance is still alive in Tennessee. Maybe that's why nobody knows who he is. Maybe it was just a Tennessee public access show. I don't know, man. I just always remembered it because I watched it as a kid, and he always fell out of the damn boat. It's hilarious. If he'd get a big fish on, and he wouldn't be paying attention, and he'd just fall off the boat. He did that all the time. I've never seen a professional fisherman just fall off the boat like every week on a show. I don't know, but sometimes I wonder. Like when I say crazy things, sometimes I see the viewer count drop, and I'm wondering if like some new people to the channel comes in and hears me start talking about Bill Dan's bass fishing, or like One Life talking about that pattern being a smoking crack pattern or whatever he said, and they're just like, what is this channel? And they just like click off immediately. I wonder how many times that happens. Like that's got to happen quite a bit, I would imagine. See, how's the SPY doing? Oh, SPY was able to hold up. But you can see today is going to be an indecision candle more than likely. Although it is still really early. It's pretty early to tell what this is going to be. But if it does close like that, that's going to be indecision. So tomorrow we'll either need to see a Pac or a Pac-Man candle down.
we'll see one of the two, and we'll know which direction the market's starting to go in. Because see, we had, this one wasn't quite an indecision candle here, but this was an indecision candle, and then the market gapped down. God, WWR is probably going to be an all-day hold, most likely. Because WWR is just consolidating. It's still in this big triangle on the 15-minute, just taking its time consolidating. Well, it took you 3 days to find the channel. You should all you have to do to find a channel is just Google Framework Fortune. It should come right up. Both the crypto channel and this channel should come up if you put in Framework Fortune. Or just search that in YouTube. Either way. I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking that much time to try to find the channel. But not everybody has a sense of humor. And I think there's people out there who don't want a lot of joking and stuff or comedy or anything in their trading lessons and stuff. But you know, that's fine. I don't like, you know, people, everybody's different. Like, there's got to be some people who heard me say some crazy stuff, because I've said a lot. I said a lot of crazy stuff on the live streams, and I know there's been stuff that probably has made people unsubscribe. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure probably some of my government rants have made people, scared people away, because some people have some very strong opinions. Forgot the name. Yeah, that sucks. That does suck. I do that a lot. I'll watch a channel on something interesting and be like, oh, that's cool. I need to subscribe to that channel so I can keep watching the videos. And then I forget to subscribe, and then I never watch it again because I could never find it again. But no, I'm not gonna stop being me. I'm just me. If you guys find me funny, that's great. I'm glad you guys do. But the truth of the matter is, this is just me, and I'm gonna be me regardless. So if people don't like it, whatever. I don't really care. Like, I literally talk crazy all the time like this. My wife gets so mad at me. We'll be out in public and I'll talk crazy about the crazy stuff I talk about, and she'll be like, "Can you just shut up in public? Just, nobody in public needs to hear your craziness." Drives her nuts. Man, this is like
Watching WWR today is like watching Biden try to walk up the stairs to his private jet. I was going to say something a lot meaner. That's why it took me a while to get that joke out. But I decided not to. I do have to filter a little bit. YouTube is sensitive. So there's certain things that I got to be careful with that I say. If I was to go full blown on YouTube, if I was to let like the thoughts that go through my head come completely out, I would be banned from YouTube in a heartbeat. I can guarantee it. Yes, I don't have the PDT rule because I am on a cash account. Are you what's your question? Are you asking what is the PDT rule? Yeah, come on, man. You know the thing. The steps are too tall, man. It was windy. It was windy. It was very windy. It was a hurricane. That's why I fell. Damn hurricane hit that plane, and right as he was going up them steps. Gotta watch out for them surprise hurricanes. But yeah, Cool J. That's a cool name. Oh, Cool LJ. It's like a play on LL Cool J. Oh, so yeah, so if the PDT rule only applies to margin accounts. So if you don't know if you have a margin, if you don't know if you have a margin or a cash account, you should be able to find that in your account information. Make sure you're not on margin. The only two ways to not be subject to the PDT rules to be on a cash account, but like I said, any money that you use today will have to settle and will not be available till Friday. So it kind of sucks. You have to wait like 2 days for your money to settle, but you can trade as much as you want to. So like if you had $10,000 and you split your account in half, so like Monday you trade 5,000, that 5,000 won't be available on Tuesday, but you'll have the other 5,000. And then when Wednesday comes around, the 5,000 from Monday will be available and the money from Tuesday won't be. So that's the one way. The other way is you have to have a $25,000 account for margin, and then you're not subject to the PDT rule. You can trade as much as you want to. That's why I say it's a stupid rule. It hurts us smaller traders and retail traders because, like, well, why does people with 25K get to trade as much as they want, but under 25K doesn't? It doesn't make any sense. It's one of those stupid SEC rules that they put in place. Like, that's supposed to protect us. That's what they always say. This is to protect the retail traders. And you hear them saying that shit again now because of the whole AMC and GameStop thing. We're going to have to regulate to protect the retail traders. No, stop regulating the market. It's like the stock market is so far from being a free market. It's ridiculous. And people think that we have a free market. It's like, nah. You don't have. When the government regulates and taxes the hell out of everything, that's not free market at all. There's nothing free about it. Did that answer your question, Cool LJ? Just split your cash account in half. Cool, gotcha, okay. Joshy, you are a Biden voter, but he is funny sometimes. Really a Sanders gal. Oh, I did not realize you were a female. Apologies if I've said he or anything like that. I did not. You don't have a picture, and the pictures are really small anyway. And that's a very unique name. So I did not realize that. But since you're a Biden voter, you gotta leave my channel now. Can't. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't care who you voted for. I can't vote, so. My younger days of wildness took a lot of my rights away, so. It's interesting. It's very interesting that you voted Biden, and you're actually more of a Bernie Sanders supporter, and you're learning day trading and stuff. That's very interesting. But I'm not going to get into a whole political talk right now. Try to keep the politics off the channel. The only time I talk about politics on this channel is when it needs to be talked about because it directly affects the stock market. But just for reference, if anybody wants to know what political affiliations I have, none. I am a cryptotarian. Meaning that I believe that the government should not control the currency, that the market should control the currency, and that's why I like cryptos, and that everybody should leave each other the hell alone. That's pretty much my two main principles there. Let's see, you said ENTX. Now, ENTX is still, until this downtrend breaks on ENTX, it's going to continue to sell off. It's coming all the way back down to the support at 650 and where the 20-day is. It could very easily drop even lower. And this pattern right here on a daily, a big gap up and starting to turn red, more than likely it's going to continue to sell off. And looking back on the past chart, look, this is another reason why you want to have the daily chart. You look back at the past chart, it had a little pop up there, but gave back all its gains. Pop up here and a gap up, same type of gap up, and ran pretty hard, but gave back all of its gains. Same thing on this candle, ran pretty hard, but gave back all of its gains. So this thing doesn't hold gains very well in the past, and history tends to repeat itself. So more than likely ENTX is going to be done and give back all of its gains. It may hold up at $6 or something, or like I said, maybe $6.50. But it doesn't look like it'll probably run anymore today. I need to figure out this wish thing. Let me figure out. Hey, yeah, you did the switch with cool. You put the K's in front of it.
That's all right. I know there's people in the live streams that don't like to talk, and that's okay. Everybody's not social. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is their own person. Let's see what I can find out here real quick, though, about Wish, and then I'm probably going to call it a day, because I thought this was Wish.com, so I feel... Oh, it is Wish.com. Look, it is Wish.com. E-commerce platform that facilitates transactions between sellers and buyers. So the name of their company is Context Logic Inc., but it is Wish.com. I was right. Let's see. Let's check out... Just using Google real quick just to check and see if I can see any stats here. Yeah, it was all the way up at 30 back in... Here's the thing. If you haven't used Wish and you're investing in it, go try the app out first. You can easily download it and check into it. But what I've noticed on Wish is a lot of their products are garbage products. They are cheaply made, stuff like that, and that's why I was staying away from this, because I've used Wish. I have ordered off of Wish. It's not terrible, but a lot of the products were trash. I did get two little silver chains off of there, 9.925 sterling silver for like $5. I wanted to test it and see if they were real. They are stamped, so. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I saw in there is not. It's not good products. It's kind of like what is it? AliExpress, the drop shipping site. Like, that's what it looks like a lot of cheap drop ship products. And on top of that, their direct competition is Amazon. There's no way that they will be able to compete with Amazon. It's not possible, because Amazon cheats. Amazon's money doesn't really come from the products they sell and all of that. They own like most of the internet servers and all kinds of other stuff. Like, Amazon is not a fair company when it comes to free market competition. They figured a loophole out and cheated. So I do want to see. Okay, here we go. Here's their financial performance. Here we go. So in 2020, they had 2.5 billion in revenue, but their net income was minus 745 million, negative profit margins, huge operating income debt. They do have, that's a net change in cash. They do have 2 billion in cash. Let's see, Yahoo Finance, Wish. Let's see, the float is 338 million. Oh, that's interesting. It's held by 92% of institutions. It's a small short float, or not short float, but small short on it. Okay, so their total debt is only 48 million, and they do have 200 billion in cash. So the debt to assets very nice. That looks really good. Quarterly revenue growth 75%. One thing I don't like is that negative operating cash flow, but they're probably doing this for tax purposes, would be my guess. So it's got some positives, it's got some negatives. Could it continue to run on just pure hype? It could, absolutely. Oh boy, AAUD popping up. AAUD starting to get a little wild today. WWR might be taking its time. I gotta pop back over to Charles Schwab here now. I'm up a little bit. You can see I'm down quite a bit on my VINO swing, but it's still holding that 550 area, so I'm fine with that. Just looks like, yeah, it's just now starting to get buying volume. Had a nice buying volume push there. See if this guy continues up. That $4, I was holding it yesterday. I was in it at 335 yesterday at this when it started running, and I was looking for it to come up to $4, and it didn't. It got to 390 and just dumped. And that good PR, I really thought it was going to break $4. So that's why I'm still holding it, looking for the $4 break. Because if it breaks $4, there's no more resistance on the chart until 458. So, I mean, this has got potential to move at least another dollar, and it is pretty low float. Yeah, clean energy, absolutely. Hello, Nicholas. Yeah, most EV, clean energy, all that, they're all going to be moving up. So if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 15 minutes here. I'm going to continue to hold WWR for now. It's just going sideways. So until it breaks out of this sideways consolidation and either stops me out or rips, one of the two, I'll still be in it. I'm still holding my VINO swing. I think if it doesn't rip this week, it may rip next week. But VINO I've looked into, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to probably do a stock review on VINO when I get a chance. And then AUUD, like I said, I'm just looking for that $4 break on it, because I'm already in it. And that's all the positions I have currently. I do have a crypto position this whole time I've had up while I've been trading stocks as well. Got this big triangle on the CGLD. I'm in at 223. It's held up this area. I missed multiple pops during the night, which was really annoying because I could have locked in $100 multiple times. But I'm still holding that. I'm looking for a big rebound on that low float crypto, basically. Yeah, I don't know if I said it. If you got any questions, suggestions, or concerns, go ahead and get those in. We will give the stream about 10 more minutes. I feel like I said that already, so if I did, I apologize. But I don't know if I was thinking about saying it or if I actually said it. SPY still going sideways. Ooh, GBR might be one to still keep on watch. Did get that big rejection there when it started pushing, but Biden slowly started pushing it back up. If it can close above the 20-day today, then I would continue to keep GBR on watch. If it drops back down, well, I don't know. If it drops back down to 5, that may be a buying opportunity for a bounce off of this low float. I don't know. We'll see. It's still a little too early today to tell with that. BTX, this thing just went on a massive run back in April and has formed a double bottom here. We've got a double bottom on the 100-day. So I would keep an eye on it over the next couple of days too for a possible break over $20 and maybe a run up to 30. TO, nothing there. Like I said, VIR actually did pop above that, made that little U shape and popped up a little bit. So you could have got a little 20 cents, 15, 20 cents out of that. But this is another one, though, I still say watch as it is breaking the 100-day. And I was saying this could break today. It just needs to get over 7. Actually 710. 7 and 710 both are some resistance. S&T probably is going to be one to watch for tomorrow if this candle closes like this, because you got the big green candle and a little indecision red candle halfway down. As long as it doesn't pull back much more today, then we could see a continuation rip possibly on it tomorrow. GROY, this is a gold stock I'm going to be taking a look at. Pretty bullish. Actually, well, no, today it just kind of going sideways. And BLPH, nothing really there. And WWR just still sideways. ORPH has not given up yet. Got this downtrend, but it hasn't completely sold off, and the 20 is close to breaking over the 200. Got a little bit of a triangle there of consolidation. If it cracks below 8, it's going to drop back down to that 200. But if it breaks out of the top of this triangle and can break 850, that could easily start running again, maybe up to 9 maybe. MOXC is another one to possibly keep on watch. You got a U shape forming here. If it can break $20, you see where it got held up back here. But if buying volume comes in at that 20 and it can break over it, it could make a move up. It's got room to 2050. And Loop. I don't like the way Loop looks. GNPX, what do they have? Some PR. They just initiated. Okay, so there's no reason for hype really to be in this. They didn't get positive news or anything. They just are saying they are initiating a new phase. So, alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. I will let you guys know how these positions that I'm currently in go tonight in the episode of The Last Rip. Congratulations to the winners, Brian McLary and Keela Jordan, for the giveaways on both channels. We're going to have a bigger giveaway when this channel hits 10,000 subscribers. So I need you guys out there helping to build the community. Like, share, comment, subscribe on all the videos that you watch, so we can continue to grow this great community and we can continue to give back to this great community. Oh, and like I said yesterday, if anybody is a video editor or has some experience with video editing, hit me up. I am looking for a part-time video editor for the channel, and I would rather hire from within the community than outside of the community. And then I will have that naked chart indicator debate video up here in just probably an hour. Probably after I eat lunch. It won't take me that long because it's already ready to go. I just need to make the thumbnail. Elvis, you win at everything. You're the king. Once you're the king, you don't need to win anymore. But alright guys, appreciate everybody joining me as always, and appreciate y'all smashing that like button, teaching that YouTube algorithm a lesson. Guys stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Until next time.